we've got the first Daemon incursion with the brand new Daemon Codex today. We're playing Maelstrom of Wart, the very first one, Cleanse and Capture, or Cleanse and Control, it's one of those two. So it's the basic one, 3 objectives that you have to try and achieve a turn. We've already got the markers out, so there's 6 of them. We've got one here, one behind that tree there, and pretty much adjacent on the other side. There's one behind these crates, there is behind the crates, and we've got one behind this and one here for the last one. Okay, so we're playing Dawn of War deployment, so it's the very basic one. It's 12 inches deployment on either side, and the Demons of Khorne will be setting up on this side. The Ultramarines will be, of course, on the other. 2,000 points of Ultramarines. We've got second company with a bit of third company support as well. We've got battalion detachments, so we've got 3 for being battle forged, this is command point, and 3 for the detachment itself. So we've got HQ here. This is Captain Acheron from the second company. He's Gravis Armour Captain, and he's going to have the relic for the Sonic Halo, and he's adept of the Codex for his Warlord trait, so you can reimburse command points. We've got troops, so we've got a unit of scouts, of sniper rifles, and a missile launcher. We've got 2 units of intercessors. Another troop over here. We've got a 10-man unit of tacticals. There's a heavy bolter in there. They're going to have a drop pod as a dedicated transport. Fast attack, we've got a assault squad, 2 flamers, power sword on the sergeant, and we've got the inceptors with the bolters. What else? We've got 2 lieutenants as HQs, forgot to say. So just the ones out of the box, you get power sword here, and he's got the mastercrafted auto bolt rifle. We've got a dedicated repulsor tank with all the weapons that you see on there, and we've got Dreadnought, just finished this, so as you see there, we've got an interceptor flyer, and I think that's it.
Alright, so we've got 2,000 points of Khorne Demons here, led by the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury, and he has the armour of Scorn, and his Warlord trait is Oblivious to Pain. And we've got a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Rage, and we've got Blood Crushers, big choice, and we've got some Flesh Hounds, 8 of those, fast attack. 3 units of troops, Bloodletters, 2 of 10 and 1 of 30, and that makes up a battalion detachment. Then we've got a spearhead detachment led by a Demon Prince, and that includes 2 skull cannons and the Soul Grinder.
Okay, so this is the first foray into the new Demons Codex. So for those who might not know, so with this relic, the Armour of Scorn, is it?
Yeah.
He's got a 4+ invulnerable save, so that's very good for Bloodthirsters. And his Warlord trait is you've got a feel no pain of 6+, if you will. You get ignore wounds on a 6, so he's very tough now. Bloodthirsters, they need to be, and they can really go to town here. Denizens of the Warp, it's a stratagem. It's played at deployment, so there's potentially things can deep strike or enter the game 9 inches away. So the contenders, we're being told, is the 30-man Bloodletter squad. We don't know what's coming in yet, we haven't decided, but it could be these, it could be these, it could be the Bloodthirsters, could be all of them if they want to blow all the stratagems, but that's potentially what could happen.
It's going to cost 2 stratagems to get these.
Yeah, because
so the maximum I'm going to get is 3 big units.
So it could be 3 big units. Okay, so the Ultramarines had the benefit of deploying the first unit and ultimately finish deploying first, so they'll have that crucial +1 to the dice roll to see who goes first. But this is how it looks like. The scouts forward deploy here just to create a denial unit denial area to stop these potential deep strikers coming in from the Demons. Bit of a sacrificial squad, but they're going to have to do the job. We've got the flyer on the far left, we've got 2 intercessor squads looking after each other. We've got the repulsor tank in the middle. This has got the captain, the 2 lieutenants, and the Hellblaster squad in. And then we've got the Dreadnought on this wing on the right. So in deep strike, we've got the drop pod to come in with the 10-man squad in. They've combat squadded. The assault squad with the jump packs there ready to come in from the sky as well. And we've got the Inceptors also going to come in from the sky. And for the Khorne Daemons, this is what it looks like for them. We've got the Hounds on the right here, supported by a unit of 10 Bloodletters. They're ready to go and take out these scouts if need be. And there's an objective there that could easily hold as well. The Demon Prince with the 2 Skull Cannons and the Soul Grinder. The Demon Prince can get them to reroll hit rolls of 1, so it's a pretty good little bit of artillery there, looking down the table at the Ultramarines. And then over here we've got some objective scorers. We've got the Bloodletters, they're ready to move out to take that objective probably, and we've got the Blood Crushers on the far left here ready to sweep out just whatever they can take. Ready for the Ultramarines, Deep Strikers ready for a swift counter-attack, likely. So, what the Daemons have done as well is they've used the Denizens of the Warp stratagem. So because it's not played in a phase, it's before the game begins, or during deployment rather, they can actually use this stratagem again and again, and it's cost 2 points each time. They've used it 3 times. So straight away they've burned away 6 command points, and they've put both Bloodthirsters in Deep Strike and the unit of 30 Bloodletters in Deep Strike. So there's a lot of nasty units ready to come in. The Ultramarines are looking a bit scared. Okay, so here we go. Who gets the first turn? So the Ultramarines get a +1 to the dice roll. You get a 4, +1 is 5. So the Ultramarines will go first. Can the Demons steal the initiative? No. Right, so the Ultramarines will secure that all-important first turn. Very, very important. Okay, first turn for the Ultramarines. They're going out and they're being aggressive. So the Dreadnoughts had to take a step forward just to be in range. So he's at a -1 to hit now, but there's nothing really much on offer for him. He's just going to fire his onslaught cannon at something. The captain's gotten out just to give them rerolls to the tank. There's a lieutenant, he's jumped out of the tank as well. He's going to give rerolls of 1 to wound to anyone who wants one. These take a step forward, so we're starting to move out. Scouts are staying still. The flyer goes all the way up high here. He's going to try and use that last cannon on some of the skull cannons. At the end of the moving phase we had our Deep Strikers come in, so the Inceptor squad's gone there. We're just trying to extend that denial area. We've got a big denial area in the centre here because the jump packs came down. They're going to block off some more entry points for the Daemons. Then the drop pod comes down here just to secure this objective. Then we've had the 2 combat squads get out, so they're a little bit isolated, but they're an expendable squad, but don't let them hear that. Okay, so just to let people know as well, we do not count the drop pod doors as part of the hull, or as part of the drop pod at all, because it just makes more sense that way. Okay, we've started shooting with the Ultramarines. We've had the Intercessor squads, the one at the back, and this one. Fire at the dogs, kill 2, and then the Lieutenant with his Mastercrafted gun kills another one, so kill 3 of those hellhounds. No, they're not hellhounds, they are flesh hounds. Got there in the end. We're going to open fire with the big boys now. We're going to let these have a go. So these have 6 shots each, and because they've got a lot of firepower, we're going to play Scions of Gulliman for a stratagem. It means they're going to be able to reroll 1s to hit. So let's see if we get the command point back. We do, so that was in essence a free stratagem. So we're getting rerolls of 1 here. We've got 6 shots each on the flesh hounds. Okay, so we've got 5 ones in there to reroll. So pretty good use of a stratagem, and the rest actually hit. So that's really good rolling. Okay, just 1 miss in the end. These are strength 5 against the dog's toughness of 4, so we're needing 3 to wound these. Right, so no further rerolls, but that is a pretty good dice roll. Right, so how many is that? That's 5, 10 wounds on the flesh hounds, invulnerable, 5 saves. They're going to have to need. Have to get, sorry. Right, so see 2 saves, so there's 8 wounds. So that's 4 dogs die because they've got 2 wounds each. Okay, the snipers are a little bit out of position, so we're going to have to split our fire up a little bit here. So we're going to have 1 sniper rifle here at this flesh hound, try and finish him off. We've got the missile launcher here, he's going to fire a frag missile into the bloodletters here. We've got 2 sniper rifles going at the Demon Prince and 1 at the far skull cannon. So we've got shots going everywhere, so we're going to have to resolve these. So shot at the flesh hound, misses. Right, the rockets, let's see how many shots we're getting out of this. 5, very respectable. Hitting on 3s against these. That's all, that's very good. And then wounded on 3s. So there's 3 wounds on these bloodletters. And 3 go down. Okay, 2 shots on the sniper rifles at the Demon Prince. So you get 1 hit, 6 of them all wound. No, so no damage either. And then the 1 shot at the skull cannon, so he misses anyway, so that's all from the scouts. Okay, we're going to open up with the flyer now up on high. He's going to fire all guns at the skull cannon except he's going to fire 1 assault cannon at the dog here and then another assault cannon at these bloodletters. So it's not a twin linked or a twin assault cannon, it's individual ones on there. So at the dog, let's see if we can finish him off. So hitting on 4s because it's moved with a heavy weapon, that's standard, all hit. 3s to wound this dog, so that's 3 wounds, and that is first blood to the Ultramarines. Very good. And then we've got shots at these bloodletters. There's only 1 hit this time. 2s to wound because it's strength 6. No. Right, now the important ones. We've got Las Talon from the nose at this front skull cannon. So we get 1 hit. It's pretty good. 1 wound, saving on invulnerable 5. Does not get it. Right, so the damage is 5. That's very good. So 5 taken already. And then we've got 2 missiles, crack missiles coming out. So hitting on 4s, no good. Right, so the flyer being able to kill that last flesh hound, it's give us first blood and lightning strike. We've been able to kill something in the enemy's deployment zone. So there's 2 points just for killing that. Very handy from the Ultramarines. Okay, so back over here, we're going to try this skull cannon that we're damaged with 5. It's only got 2 wounds left. So we're going to try and peg it off with the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon from the Redemptor Dread. So we're at a -1 because we moved, but we will reroll 1s because of the captain. So here we go. Alright, just want to reroll. Nope, so we've got minimal amount of shots there, but hopefully they count. So strength 5 against toughness 7, needing 5s. We get 1 wound. Going to need to save on a 4 because these are armor save 3. Right, yeah, so that's saved. Bounces clean off. Let's see where our other shots are going to come from. Okay, so we're going to go for almost the same thing again. We're going to have the repulsor. It's going to fire the heavy onslaught cannon at the same skull cannon. We're going to have the iron hail stubber at the skull cannon, and then the twin last cannon will go at the soul grinder, trying to hide himself in the trees there. So we are in range of the captain, so we're rerolling 1s. And we're rerolling 1s to wound because we're in range of the lieutenant as well. And this, you can move and shoot. It's got power of the machine spirit. So unimpeded shots here. So hitting on 3s for the heavy onslaught. And we get no 1s, but they all hit us. Handsome stuff. 5s to wound. Reroll 1s to wound, but no 1s turn up. So we've got 3 wounds. So that was a 6. An AP -1, so saving on 4s for the skull cannon. Going to need to get at least 2 saves. Gets that crucial save. He's on his last wound. It's all down to the heavy, the iron hail stubber now. So reroll 1s to hit. Yep, they're all hit. And 5s to wound again. Nothing. 4. Right, so the skull cannon's going to make it out alive this turn. Right, the double last cannon at the soul grinder in the trees. There he is. Right, only 1 hit, and wounding on a 3. We get it. So can he get his invulnerable 5? Yes, he does. Okay, I think that might be it. We've got a couple of more trivial shots over here. Okay, so these shots turned out to be not so trivial after all. We fired some bolt guns at the blood crushers, killed one and wounded one, so it was really good work from them. Drop pod had a go at the blood letters here, survived, but then we've done bolt guns here at the blood letters, killed one. But now we've actually thought we'll do the Hellfire shell. Well, we did declare this before we declared targets, but we're doing the heavy bolter with a Hellfire shell at the damaged skull cannon in the distance. So a Hellfire shell, it's 1 command point, and if you hit with it, it's D3 mortal wounds. So we're going to give that a go. Let's see if we get the command point back on a 5. We don't, so that's gone. So down to 5 command points now. So because he moved out of the drop pod with heavy bolter, he's going to have to hit on a 4. If he hits, it's D3 mortal wounds. So here we go. He does hit. It's D3 mortal wounds. Don't have to roll the D3. We'll do it anyway. So there's 2 mortal wounds. He only had 1 wound left, so he's gone. Let's see if he explodes on a 6. No, he doesn't. That's a 1. So that is pretty good from the Ultramarines. Okay, so morale checks for the Daemons. They lost 3.
Okay.
It's a 1. Do they have... They do. They have the musician in there. So, on a 1, I think they get D6 back. Instrument of Chaos. No, it's the demonic icon. It's the banner which does this. So if you roll a 1, you get D6 slain blood letters back. So that's actually worked out really well. So 4 come back. So pretty interesting there. Because they only lost 3 and they rolled a 4, they actually get a bonus blood letter because you add blood letters to the unit. So very interesting. It's actually better. So they've just made them angry and just made them stronger. So this Bloodthirster squad here, they did Bloodletter squad, they lost 1. If they roll a 1, they're going to get more back. No, it's a 5 plus 1, 6. Leadership 7, so they pass, but they're not going to get any more demons back. So we've learned something there.
Crushers.
They get angry. Blood Crushers, they lost 1. If they roll a 1, this could be... So they're going to get... How many back? 6 Blood Crushers. Okay, it's not as bad as that. 6 Blood Crushers aren't reimbursed. Their rule's slightly different. They get 1 back if you roll a 1. So 1 comes back, and he comes back at the front there, so he's at the front. But we'll take that. 6. I was just about to soil me blue armour there. 6 Blood Crushers coming back, but just 1 will do. And he's came back at the front, like we say. So it's pretty good from the Ultramarines there, but who saw that coming? Okay, so that's the end of Ultramarines' turn. We've got Lightning Strike and First Blood, so there's 2 points. We did have Scour the Skies. We're hoping we could clear the way to get to the Demon Prince, but it's not happened yet. And we also had Domination, which is never going to happen, so we're going to throw away Domination. So 2 points to the Ultramarines on turn 1 there. See what the Demons can do back. Okay, so it's Demons turn 1, and they've come in force, all in this corner. So this is where the deep strikes have landed. 3 units, and they've even pulled the card to make that happen. So they've got behind enemy lines, so there's D3 points just for this manoeuvre. Couldn't keep them out, they've just conga lined right in the corner here. So this unit does have the Banner of Blood, so they will be able to charge 3d6. It's a once per game thing, but they've used all the stratagems at the start of the game to pull this manoeuvre off, and it's going to work. So as well, with the Demon Princes being, or the Bloodthirsters being here, they're going to be able to re-roll charge ranges as well because of their Locus. So other things that happened, they're keeping in their deployment zone over there with the machines, and the Demon Prince is moved forward a little bit, but there's 3 units back there. They're going to get hold the line, so it's a sure point for them there. Then these Blood Crushers, they've managed to roll a 6 to advance, and they're coming up fast on the flank here. So this squad here is doomed, absolutely doomed, with all this presence of Khorne, and the net is closing over here as well. This Blood Letter squad moves forward, going to try and tackle these intercessors, not intercessors, the Inceptors. Okay, so the Soul Grinder down there, he's going to have a go at the Repulsor tank. So he's going to open fire with his Harvester Cannon first. It's got 3 shots. He's Blizzard Skill 4, so he's hit with 1, and it's only strength 7, so he's going to need 5 to make this happen. Nope, that's a 3, so no damage there. He's got his new and improved Phlegm Bombardment. It used to be not as good, but it's pretty good now. It's heavy D6. I've already checked the range, it is 36 inch, so it's sort of like a battle cannon, so it's D6 if you want to roll that. Right, just 2 shots. And again, he's hitting on 4s because he stood still. So he's got 2 hits there. Strength 8, needing 4s to wound. There's 2 wounds for him as well. This is AP -2, so we're saving on 5s with the repulsor. We'll get 1, fail 1, and it's just a straight 3 damage, so drop 3 wounds on the repulsor straight away. Right, the skull cannon's going to have a go now. It's basically a battle cannon, a shorter range battle cannon, but he's re-rolling 1s because of the Demon Prince, so he's going to get 5 shots, and he's hitting on 3s because he stood still. Right, no 1s, but there's 3 hits, and this is strength 8 like a battle cannon, so 4s to wound. You've got another one to roll there. Right, so just 1 wound. Okay, so AP -2, we're going to have to save on a 5 again. We do get it, so we've blocked those shots. Right, so we've absorbed the shooting attack from the demons, which I thought would be the case, but now it is the charge phase, so there's a lot of stuff to go down here. This Bloodthirster is going to charge into the Dreadnought. All of these are going to charge into the drop pod and tactical unit, and so is the Bloodletter, so the Bloodthirster. So it's not their day over there. And then we've got one more charging unit over here. It's the Bloodletters. They're now 11 strong because of that last morale check, so they're going to charge in on the Inceptors. So we're going to do Overwatch and see what happens. Okay, so over here we're able to kill 3 in the Overwatch, but it's not going to be enough. It's a 7-inch charge, so they've got an instrument in there, so it's a +1, so they're going to need a 6 to get in. No, that's only a 5, so no dice. Okay, so we're lucky over there. Let's see what goes on the big one here. So he deep strikes 9 inches away, so it's a 9-inch charge. He doesn't have any instrument or anything to help him out, but he can reroll failed charge range. No, that's a 4, but like we say, he can reroll charge range. Here's some dice. There you go. Try again. 1 and a 1, so he's not getting in. Right, try the big pack of Bloodletters. Okay, he's not doing the Bloodletters just yet. He's going to do the Bloodthirster in the corner. I keep forgetting the names here. He's got a 9-inch charge to make on these Marines. He can re-roll it, and he's made it. So he goes in, and the Bloodletters, they've got a 9-inch charge to make, but they've got an instrument as well, so they get a +1. So that's an 8-inch charge, and they've got the Banner of Blood, so they can roll 3 dice. But it's the last time and the only time they can do it. What they get there? So they've got a 6, a 1, and a 3, so they're in as well. They're going to wrap around the both squads and the drop pod. There was 30. They did lose 2 in the Overwatch, but they're all in there. No damage on this Bloodthirst because we've already done the Overwatch. So in the go. Pretty terminal for all those Marines here, but over here, very lucky. This was a failed charge for the Dreadnought. He's just going to have to stand there swinging his axe, grinding his teeth, and then over there, very lucky on the charge. So still, Khorne going to come away with a lot of points here and then massacre these completely. So we'll get these in here, see what happens. Okay, so this is how it all turned out. It was actually pretty poor from the Bloodletters. They did have a +1 to hit because there's so many of them, and they've got +1 strength and 1 attack for charging. They did see off this squad, of course. They're dead, and the drop pod's on its last wound, but it's not dead. I suppose it allows the Bloodletters to swarm around the drop pod. It's going to die next turn for sure, but they're not going to be able to be shot at because they are locked in combat. So I suppose that's worked out pretty well for them, being locked in combat. A drop pod's on its way out. But even with the Hellblades, when you roll a 6 to wound, it's 2 damage, but they just weren't rolling particularly high. So the drop pod's left with 1 wound, but it's still in there. But it's to Khorne's advantage in the end. So the Bloodthirster totally wipes out that unit, very easy. It's consolidated forward, but not too much forward to be wrapped up with the drop pod, so it's still free. It can go about its business next turn. Well, this is a big disappointment for the Bloodthirster, not getting that charge off. And over there, bit of a fail there. And the Demon Prince, we forgot, it actually did charge the Assault group. No damage in the Overwatch, but it failed its charge as well. So Khorne really unlucky on the charges this time. It's going to give the Ultramarines a window to fight back here, and they're going to need it. So it's not quite the reaping that Khorne thought it was going to be. Because of the nature of the way that combat went down, it's pulled 2 squads out of the Ultramarines deployment zone just a little bit. You need to be wholly within the deployment zone, but the Bloodthirster of Rage still is, so he's going to get behind the enemy lines. It's only going to be 1 point, it's not going to be D3 because of the way that combat turned out. But they did get no prisoners, and they got hold the line themselves. There's 3 units here, the Skull Cannon, Soul Grinder and the Bloodthirster squad. So, Bloodletter squad, I keep getting those mixed up. So, 3 points for the Demons. Could have been more, but that was a really big let off for the Ultramarines. Demons will be annoyed about that. In fact, one more thing to do here, just a morale check for these Demons. 6 plus the 3 that they lost here. That's 9, so they've lost 2 more out of that squad. Okay, in that moment of confusion for the Demons, Ultramarines are going to try and take full advantage. So we've pulled the tactical objective cards. We need to secure objective 3, so that is this objective here, so we've definitely guaranteed a point. We've still got Scour the Skies in hand, so now that this Bloodthirst has turned up, this has got the fly keyword. Our own fly is going to try and do a job on the prince over there. We'll come to that in a second. We've got Honour Your Chapter, so a character needs to take a wound or kill another character, so perhaps the lieutenant could do that with his auto bolt rifle. The captain, I think he's out of range, so he's not going to be able to do it. It's probably all down to him then. So yeah, we'll have a look at the other side of the table. So over here, the Inceptors sense the weakness. They've jumped over here to try and finish this squad off. They've got help from the Intercessors here. They've got the lieutenant. He jumped out and advanced from the Repulsor, so he's going to give re-rolls. We're going to try and wipe these out once and for all. And the flyer comes down from on high. He's seeking out this demon character. So we've made him the nearest. We can open up on him. The assault squad's going to help out as well. He is the nearest. And see if we can bring him down. If we can, then that's the Scour the Skies objective for us. So we're going to try and see what we can do. We've got all the firepower to bear. This is going to be the best chance we can at really hurting the demons. They give us a window, we're going to have to make the best use of it. Right, it's a terrible situation for this Demon Prince. We've fired with the assault squad, we've stripped a wound off him, but then the flyer fired all of its guns at the Demon Prince, and we've got 5 wounds with the assault cannons, we've got 2 wounds with the missiles, and then we've got 1 wound with the Las Talon. So if you want to do those 5 assault cannon ones first, so he's going to need to save on 4s for these. And he's taken 2 more wounds, and then the 2 rockets, if you will. He's filled the 2 rockets, right, so the damage is 8, so he's gone. That's Khorne's number 8, and it's not to be, so that's going to give us Scour the Skies. Brutal stuff from the Ultramarines flyer. Right, the Inceptors, they're up next, trying to polish off this demon unit. A lot of shots, but only 7 wounds they're going to have to save on the Demon 5s. Oh, they're everywhere. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead, and that is the unit. Right, we're coming over here for some more pain. We've got the Redemptor Dreadnought. He's going to have a go at the Bloodthirster, and it's been savage so far. This might continue for the Demons. A couple of failed charges, and then all of a sudden it's looking sickening. So the Redemptor, here he goes. He did not move, he's only turned on the spot. So we're re-rolling 1s because of the captain. But we are hitting on 3s, so we've dropped a couple of hits there. This is both the onslaught cannon and the heavy onslaught cannon. That's why I've got so many shots. But they're both the same profile. Right, so we're needing 5 to wound against them. Okay, no lieutenant to give us rerolls for that. But that's looking pretty promising. There's 6 wounds for this Bloodthirster. So 6 wounds, he's saving on 4s. He's already taken a wound previously because of the Overwatch, so he's saving on 4s. He's getting 3 successes, 3 fills. So he's down another 3. Okay, we're going to do the Icarus rocket pod at him now. Because he is the fly keyword, we're going to get a +1 to hit, so we're hitting on 2s with that. So it's D3 shots, we're getting 3. And 2s to hit. All hit. And then it's strength 7 against his toughness 7, so we're needing 4s. Okay, let's cop die, reroll that. And we just get 2, so if you want to roll these. It's just AP -1, so forced to save. 2 more go through, so he's taking 6 wounds now. And then we've got a lot of Hurricane Bolters now. Well, we're in right of fire range, so it's 8 shots from the Hurricane Bolters. So hitting on 3s with these. Rerolling 1s because of the captain. Okay, 5s to wound. And just 2 wounds if you want to roll them. 3s to save. Oh, double fill. It's just terrible for the demons here. That's 8 wounds in total. Khorne isn't happy with his own army for some reason. Okay, we have the intercessors next. They've fired onto the Bloodthirster, taking another wound off it. It's only got 7 left now, but he's an important one. We've got the auto mastercrafted bolt rifle. It's going to fire 2 shots at the Bloodthirster. If we achieve a wound, there's another victory point at stake here. So we reroll 1s because of the captain. Okay, that's 2 hits. Gonna need that again because it's only strength 4 against toughness 7. No, but we reroll 1s because we are a lieutenant. And we'll get it right. This is so important. The demons can't roll as bad as they have been. So on a 3 to save. It's a 4, right? So he saves that one. Right, we'll do Hellblasters into the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He's definitely going to be raging now. He's been rolling so poorly. So we're going to overcharge these. We're going to go out in a blaze of glory, I think. So the Sergeant, he doesn't overheat, but he gets 1 hit. Guy next to him, he does overheat, reroll 1s because of the captain. He gets both hits. Another guy, the 3rd guy, he's missed both, but he might overheat. Reroll the 1. Gets it, right. Well, I've got 2 more guys to do. Oh, he's got reroll because of the captain. Right, he's killed himself, but he's got a shot off, so that was this guy. So he is melted. And him. Okay, he's got 1 hit, can't be rerolled. Right, so we've got 6 hits there. Strength 8, needing 3s to wound this Bloodthirster. Reroll, nope, because we're not near the lieutenant. So there's 3 wounds. Each of these is damage 2, so you'd have to save these on your demonic 5. And 2 go through, that's 4 wounds. So he's got 3 wounds left, this demon. Okay, we've had the repulsor fire now. We had the 2 las cannons at the soul grinder but missed. But everything else went at the Bloodthirster and it's been gruesome. We've got 10 wounds. These are all AP 1 shots. So there's the double onslaught attack, and then there was the rocket pod and the Iron Hill stubber, all at AP -1, and we've come away with 10 wounds on the Bloodthirster. So they're going to need to save these on 4s, or he is history. He's got 3 wounds left, remember. Right, he's dead. That is him gone. He's filled miles more than 3. So he's gone, so you can take him off, and that is the end of that attack there. Okay, so finishing this turn with the snipers. They take a wound off the soul grinder in the distance. Pretty good work from them. And then the bloodletters, they cut off that last wound from the drop pod and they consolidate on 3 inches. So they're now an attacking threat on this flank. They're going to have to dance through a lot of firepower, but they are there now. I don't think the Ultramarines will get lucky off many other failed charges, because that was horrendous for the Demons last turn, not making those crucial charges. We'd definitely be looking at a different situation here, but they've got one, it looks like one last attack to come their way, but it's looking pretty good for the Ultramarines. We've got 2 points in that turn. We've got Scour the Skies for killing the Demon Prince, and Secure Objective 3, which is the easy one just here. So 2 more points, slow and steady with the Ultramarines. and I think we're going to just throw away onto your chapter, so we're going to look out for a better one next turn. But that's the end of the Ultramarines' turn. The Demons are now free to attack on this side. Let's hope for a bit more luck for them. Okay, so that last turn might have been a bit of a brutal round for the Demons, but they're not out of the fight, not at all. So they pulled the tactical objectives, they pulled advance, which is you've got to get out of your deployment zone, so that's what they've done. They've got defend objective 2 and Kingslayer. So defend objective 2 is available here, so they've moved the Bloodletter squad out from behind this wall here, so they're out claiming that. We've got the Blood Crushers reinforcing, just in case the flyer whittles them down in the field morale check. There's no way we can take out 2 units, so that one looks like it's going to be 2 points for them. The Skull Cannon, it has to advance just to get out the deployment zone and get around the Soul Grinder, so it's not going to be able to fire this turn, but it's definitely getting a point in there for the Demons. The Soul Grinder moves 8, so that found itself getting out the deployment zone pretty easy, and it's going to fire its gun off now. So and steady advance, you see on this side, the Bloodthirster's jumped over the box. He's getting a little bit of cover. Yeah, a little bit of cover, and he's got a lot of line of sight blocking terrain there, so he's going to sneak in eventually, probably. And the big unit of, well, it was once 30, there's now 28 left. So they're advancing. Going to look to tie up the Dreadnought and probably kill the Intercessor squad as well. There's a dangerous squad there. They very well could take out a Dreadnought. It's not beyond their remit to do so. Right, quick shooting phase from the Demons. Had the Soul Grinder fired off his Phlegm Cannon. Took another 3 wounds off the Repulsor, so that's now taken 6 wounds. 1 more, and it's down to its next tier, so it'll not be as effective. So it's still got 10 wounds left, but it's doing some good work. And it's now on 2 charges. Let's hope for something better for the Demons. Okay, so as you can see, we've already done the charge, killed 4 in the Overwatch with the Dreadnought. So hopefully that might be enough. But locked up the Hellblasters. The Dreadnought's going to get locked up as well. These are dangerous Hellblades. If you roll a 6 to wound, it's 2 damage. So we're going to pile them in and see how well they do. So the Daemons have been very cunning here. Before we even strike a blow, they've piled in, but the way they've done it is they've surrounded the Dreadnought. The Hellblasters unable to surround them, but Ultramarines, their chapter trait is you can drop back and shoot with a -1. So the Hellblasters will be able to drop back and shoot, but the Dreadnought, now he's surrounded, he's not going to be able to do that. So win or lose this combat, they're going to be able to silence that Dreadnought. The Ultramarines are not going to be able to fire next turn, even if he survives. Okay, so the Bloodletters have attacked. Did poorly on the Hellblaster squad, but there's only 1 left of them now. Did attack a lot with them, but the Bloodletters attacking the Dreadnought did extremely well. This is what they got. They got 666 to wound. So each of these is 2 damage, and then they've got 9 basic wounds. So because the Hellblades, all of these have to be saved on 6s for the Dreadnought, so he might just die. 6s to save, so these are 2 damage, so do these first. Oh, look at that. Well, can't do anything about it. Good luck. So 2 wounds for the Dreadnought first, and then all of these. Could he die? He's not going to die, but he could be severely wounded here. So 6s to save for these. Oh, look at that, just can't help rolling well this game. So there's 6 more wounds, so he's taken 7, 8, 9 wounds. So he's taken 8 wounds, he's got 5 left now, so he's going to strike back. He's now hitting on 4s, so I might as well just do this because it'll be quick. So 2 hits, wound on 2s, we'll get both of them, so the Demons have to save on a 5. Both fail, so there's 2 Demons dead. And then the Hellblaster Sergeant gets 2 hits, wounds on 3s, so there's 2 more for them. And there's a save and a fail, so 3 Demons go down, and that's already going to add to their Overwatch pile of 4, so they've lost 7 this round. They could have a bad morale check, but I still don't think it's going to free up the Dreadnought. Okay, so here we go, morale check for the Demons. Right, they're going to lose 2, they were looking for 1 there. Okay, so not a bad round from the Demons there. They've locked up this Dreadnought, he can't go anywhere. They've locked themselves in combat, so they can't be shot at. They just have to hope this Bloodthirster survives next round, but they've done a good job here, and then they've pulled in quite a few points. and quite a few points. I mean, just 1 point. They've got advance for getting out the deployment zone, but they do have defend objective 2, so there's 2 points on the way if the Ultramarines can't clear off both these squads off that objective, which I don't think is going to happen, so that one's pretty much in the back pocket already. So definitely a point this turn, probably another 2 on the way. Okay, it's been going well for the Ultramarines on the damage front, but we've just ran into a brick wall on the objective cards. We need defend objective 5, which is over here where the drop pod was, and we need hold the line, but we can only get that if there's no enemy units in our deployment zone. So these blood letters pulling double duty, tying that dreadnought up and blocking the Ultramarines from scoring that. And then defend objective 2, which is the same one the Daemons have behind those crates over there. So what we've done is we've jumped the assault squad off the top here down to here. So we're going to try and burn out with the double flamers these blood letters, and then just have to get it done hand-to-hand combat. Hopefully we can wipe them out, and that'll give us that objective. It'll not give us the objective, but it'll stop the Daemons scoring that objective, because we'll contest it with the blood crushers, unless we can perform some miracles with the flyer. So we'll have to see how all of that turns out, but we're trying to block the Daemons from scoring. If we can do well, we might even score ourselves, but I doubt it. But blocking will suffice. The repulsor that moves on to the left is going to try and get a shot off with the louse cannons on the soul grinder, and then an advance move from the intercessors around here. Going to take this objective, hopefully move into the Demons deployment zone as the time goes on, and then the Inceptors, they jump up. They're going to try and get down into the meat of the Demons soon enough. Okay, we're going to start the shooting phase with this guy, this Hellblaster. He's dropped out of combat. He's going to shoot at the Demon Prince. He's not going to overcharge because he's at a -1 because he's dropped out of combat. So he's hit. Wounds on a 4. No, doesn't do it. Right, on to the next one. Right, the assault squad have done superbly. They've killed 7 bloodthirsters here. There's only 2 left. Could the prophecy be fulfilled? We're going to charge them next, see if we can get in there. But 7 dead is really good. Already lost 1 previously in the battles. There's 2 left. The Blood Reaver's still alive. They've still got the icon. In case they somehow make it through the combat, then they might get some blood letters back. But this is the Ultramarines' time now. I feel that this objective is going to be ours. Okay, we've moved on to the Inceptors. The shot at the Soul Grinder just down there got a load of wounds, but he saved them all on 4s. So, unexpected. And then the snipers, they can see the kneecap of this Bloodthirster. So we shot some sniper rifles, didn't hit though, but now we're moving on to the flak missile. It's a stratagem. It's going to cost us 1 point. Let's see if we get it back. No. So we've got 4 stratagems left. I find them hard to use actually. Can't use them fast enough. So flat missile, we'll get 1 shot. We'll add 1 to the hit roll. And if we hit, it's D3 mortal wounds on the Bloodthirster. So we've hit on a 2, so it's D3 mortal wounds. It's the full 3. But the Demon's Warlord trait is on a 6+. It's like Disgusting Resilient on a 6+. Fails them all, right, so he's taking 3 wounds. Okay, we're going to do the repulsor now, so it's moved on just a little bit, so it also can see the kneecap of the Demon Prince. So he's going to fire the las cannon and the Icarus rocket pod at the Demon Prince because it can fly, and then all of the weapons are going at the Soul Grinder. So we've got 2 las cannons coming at him, both hit, 3s to wound. Got 2 wounds there, right? So the Demon Prince, he has an invulnerable save of 4. That's his armor of scorn. So if you want to roll that, gets them both, not a sausage. Right, Icarus rocket pod getting 2 shots, hits on 2s because of this special ability, and then wounds on 4s. Gets 1, so saving on a 3 because you're in cover. Gets that as well. Right, can't do anything to him. Alright, the repulsor finishes off all of the other shots at the Soul Grinder, and there is a lot of shots, and we absolutely nail him. He's only got 2 wounds left. He suffered 11 wounds off the onslaught cannons and the Iron Hill stubber. Even the crack storm and the frag storm just absolutely punished him. He's got 2 wounds left. Right, moving on to the last shots then. So the flyer double assault cannon goes into the blood crushers, able to kill 1, but there's still 4 left. And now we're going to do the big shots into the bloodthirster. So we've got the rockets and the snub nose las cannon. It's the last talon. There we go. So hitting on 3s against the flying Demon Prince. Just 1 hit. We need a command point to re-roll that. I know we shouldn't, but we need to. Right, we do get a hit. Because we did move with a heavy weapon, but because this is attacking something with a fly keyword, it's better at stalking things that fly. So we do get a hit. 3s to wound. We'll get both wounds. Right, you need to save these on your invulnerable 4s, remember? Yep, gets it. Right. It's hard, this Demon Prince. Rockets at him now. Oh, double 1. Can't do anything about that. So the Demon Prince lives on. Nothing much we can do. It's on the assaults now, so we've got this combat to do. And then the jump packs are going to go in against the blood letters around the corner. Yep, so we're going to go in on these blood letters. Thought about charging the blood crushers as well, but there's 4 of them and they're very, very dangerous. We're not going to be able to take this one ourselves, but we're going to be able to block the demons from getting it just 1 more turn, so that'll be good enough for me. So we're going to charge in. It's pretty much impossible to fail the charge there. So 9 inches, yeah, we're in. Let's chop them up. Okay, so the jump pack has polished those last 2 blood letters off. We did play Scions of Guilliman just to make sure we did it, and we just say did it. We did not get our command point back for Scions of Guilliman though, but it was worth it in the end because we just killed that last bloodthirster. So now we are also in control of the objective. We're not troops, so we don't have objective secured or anything, but we can contest it, and that's what we're doing there. In fact, we're actually holding it because there's only 4 models that can hold this for Khorne, so we've actually holding this objective. Don't think we've got to defend it though, so we're probably not going to last into Khorne's next turn, but if by some miracle we're still there, then we might just claim that one, but I doubt it. But we've blocked the demons getting that one. That's the most important one. Okay, so there's 19 blood letters in this combat, so they're no longer with the +1 to hit, and it did pay off, or it might do, because they've ended up with 4 wounds on the 5s and then they've rolled a 6, and that's double damage. So we're going to have to save these. It's possible that we could survive if we just save a couple of these. So the 6 needs to be saved on a 6. Oh, do it. Right, so we've saved ourselves 2 damage there. So we can't possibly die here, but we'll be on our last wound if we don't save any. We don't save any, we're on our last wound and we'll continue the fight. We didn't kill anyone with our own blows because we only had 4. Hitting on 4s, didn't kill anyone, but we survived on our last wound. That's crucial for the Ultramarines holding on like that. Okay, pretty fruitful turn for the Ultramarines there. Did do some important things, but didn't get any points. Didn't defend objective 2 because that's where the assault group is. Hold the line is still impossible with these blood letters hanging on. And defend objective 5 is here, which is miles away from all of our stuff. So we're going to throw away defend objective 5. So it's on to the demons' turn. The demons have finished the movement phase now. They pulled an extra card for the one that threw away last turn, and it's Big Game Hunter, which is pretty important for them. kill anything with 10 wounds on its profile and points come your way. They've still got Kingslayer and Defend Objective 2, so even if they wipe out this tactical squad or the assault squad, they still won't actually capture it because they weren't holding it last turn because the assault squad was. So they're going to have to wipe those out, hold it again, and then hold it again for another turn because the Ultramarines took it off them. So that's worth noting. So being a right nuisance, this squad, and good on them. So this is where it changes though. This is only got 2 wounds left, so it's severely damaged, so it's going to stand still, be hitting on 5s, but it's in range of this objective just in case it turns up once again. Skull Cannon's going to try and get a look in on these intercessors, try and stop them from approaching for that line breaker. And then the Demon Prince, the Bloodthirster, he's jumped over the structure. He's going to get in combat with this Repulsor. Now, that's got more than 10 wounds, that's possible that it could die. And even if it doesn't, that Dreadnought on his last wound, he could cough up Big Game Hunter. So more points for the Demons this turn, possibly, if all goes well. Right, shooting face for the Demons again, over pretty quick, especially when you're caught. Skull Cannon shoots at these with its battle cannon style shot. Fails to wound. It's strength 8 as well, failed to wound them, so they're still there. And Soul Grinder fires at the Repulsor, just trying to strip a few more wounds off it, make the job easier for the Demon Prince, but with him hitting on 5s, just misses all of his hits. So on we go to Assault. This is where Khorne will do the dirty work. Demon Prince going in against the Repulsor to short charge, but the Repulsor has a special rule. If you try and charge it, you've got a -2 off your charge range, so we're going to have to take that into account, but it should be easy enough. He does get a reroll his failed charges. And over here it's pretty much a certainty with that charge. So they're going to have to absorb the Overwatch, see what happens, but that tactical squad, or the assault squad rather, looks in bad shape. Right, the Bloodthirster gets a 9 on his charge, so he gets in pretty easy. And only took 1 wound in the Overwatch. There's a lot of shots that gets cranked out off the Repulsor, but danced through it all and he took a wound. So he's got I think he's got 16 wounds, so he's got 12 left. Long way to go on this Bloodthirster, but we're going to have to put up with him chopping that tank in half probably. Not so lucky for the Blood Crushers here. They did charge in, lost one against the double Flamer Overwatching, but they are in now, so that is going to be a short fight. They've got a lot of attacks and they are brutal. Okay, as the Demon Prince went in, we've just totally overlooked that the Lash is actually a shooting weapon. But we've done it off camera, but it failed to wound. It is pretty potent as well, but didn't get high enough. Strength 7. It is pretty scary, but failed to do anything, right? So it's on to the big attacks. It's got 7 attacks since it's on the charge, and he's hitting on 2s. And only 1 missing there, so there's 6 hits. There you go. Alright, so what's his strength? He's strength 7 naturally, but he's got +1 strength because he's a Khorne Demon on the charge, and this axe is strength. It's strength +3, so he's actually strength 11. AP -4, D6 damage, so this is scary stuff. Right, wound on 3s against the tank. Gets nearly the majority, so they all go through. So it's at AP -4. And it's D6 damage each, so if you just want to roll that, I don't have a save, there you go. Right, well it's definitely dead, so there's 11, 12, 16, 18, so totally smoked that vehicle. So that's 1 victory point for killing that vehicle, because it's got more than 10 wounds. Let's see if it explodes. Hopefully not. It does explode. Uh-oh, I think that's D6 mortal wounds, I'm going to have to check. Yeah, the big vehicle like the Repulsor exploding, it is D6 mortal wounds, so we can't afford to lose our Mr. Man, so we're going to re-roll that explodes result with a command point. Okay, that goes away, that important dice. Let's see if we get the command point back. We don't, right, so down to our last command point now. The Repulsor's gone, and it's looking very dangerous. Okay, we've moved on to the combat over here. We've already done it, there's just too many attacks. At AP -3, all of the assault squad is being killed unmercifully. Each of these Blood Crushers has 3 attacks each. He has 4 because he's the leader. They get a +1 because they're on the charge. It's strength 6 with all these power weapons, just totally cut through those, no bother. So they freed up that objective for themselves, if that's the way you want to pile in towards the flyer. So they're taking that objective now. They're going to have to hold it again for another turn to score those 2 points. So it's all going well for Khorne at the moment. They've just chopped up some really good units of the Ultramarines, and the Dreadnought is still yet to fight. Right, the Dreadnought on his last wound. He's taken 4 wounds, so he's got to save on 6s. If not, you need to save all of them or he's dead. And he's dead. Let's see if he blows up. Does not blow up, right? So the blood letters reign triumphant there. So they're going to pile, no, they're going to consolidate. So they've got options here. Well, only one option. He's the nearest. We'll put him there, so they'll have to pile in this way. So we've lost some key units with the Ultramarines there. The Dreadnought's gone. There he goes, off to the great gig in the sky, along with the repulsor. So big guns now fall silent. Right, so just 1 point for the Daemons this turn for Big Game Hunter because they destroyed the vehicle. If they nope, that's just still 1 point. Yeah, no matter if they destroyed 2. So just 1 point for them there. No Kingslayer yet. Defend Objective 2 has been a nuisance for them, but they're on their way to getting that. So just 1 point for this turn. Right, so Ultramarines turn 4 now. We're going to get 1 point out of this because we pulled Mission Critical Objective. We rolled for number 6, which is behind this orb here. And the Intercessor Squad in the distance is claiming that one. So we're going to get 1 point, so we're going to even the score again. It's back and forth this one. And we're just going to try and take out some unity. The Bloodthirster is bearing down on our Warlord. He's going to just have to step up to the plate and get this done, but not single-handedly. He's got his lieutenants ready to go in with him with a power sword, and we're going to try and chip away at him with the Inceptors. The Flyers came back round to have another go, probably at the Warlord. We'll have to see what happens. We need to deal with this big rabble of blood letters, so we've got Intercessor Squad on the job. We've still got the assault cannons up top here. We've got this last guy with a Hellblaster ready to have a go at the Demon as well. And just before I forget, we forgot to do leadership tests for the Blood Crushers because they did lose 1 in the Overwatch. So on a 1, they might gain more back. The 2. So another Blood Crusher appears again, but I think it's they're pretty much out the game at the moment. It's winding down, but they just keep on coming back, those Blood Crushers. Okay, so we've done some shooting. We've had the Intercessors round here fire at the Soul Grinder, trying to polish off those last 2 wounds. Doesn't happen. It's too tough. These rattle fire into the Blood Letters, only killed 2, and the Snipers fire into the Demon Prince. Some more success there. Would achieve a mortal wound with the sniper rifle. Saves the shot from the rocket on that Invulnerable 4. It's working really well, that Invulnerable 4. But because he takes the damage from the sniper shot, it was a mortal wound. Tried to save on the Warlord, 6 save, doesn't get it, so he's down to 11 wounds now. We've still got some work to do. Right, so we're going to try this Hellblaster. He's going to overcharge at the Demon Prince. He's in rapid fire range. Let's see if he can do it. He doesn't kill himself, that's a start. 3 to wound. He gets that wound, right, so you've got your Invulnerable 4 save to make. No, that's a 2, so there's 2 wounds. Try and roll them in the open. So he's got his Warlord trait of 6 to save him. No, there's another 2 wounds on the Bloodthirster. He's got 9 left. Very good from the Hellblaster. Right, the lieutenant's going to throw a crack grenade at him, or a frag grenade, a crack grenade. No, he misses anyway. The captain, he's going to shoot him with his Boltstone gauntlet. Gets all hits, and wounds of 5. Rerolls 1s because of the lieutenant. Gets 1 wound, you have to save on your armour of 3. No. So you've got your save of 6 for your warlord. No, there's a further wound, right, he's down to 8 wounds left. Right, going on to the interceptor now. All guns at the Bloodthirster. We've already fired the assault cannons first. Got 5 wounds on him there, he's going to have to save on his 4 plus invulnerable. 2 go through, so your 6 demon warlord trait save. No, 2 more. He's going down slowly, he's got 6 wounds left. Right, let's try and... There we go. We'll try and peg him off with the las cannon, the las talon, double miss. Right, rocket to the last thing we can do to him with this flyer. 1 hit, 3 to wound. We'll get that wound, right, he's got his invulnerable 4 save again. He gets it, right. He's hanging on. He's hanging on. Right, we've got the lieutenant here with his mastercrafted auto bolt gun. He's going to have a go at the Daemon Prince. 2 hits, 5s to wound. Rerolls 1s because he's a lieutenant. No, right, it's 2 damage each, that weapon, that could have been good, but no. Right, so what we're going to do is, we can't allow these blood letters to survive in such a good shape. We're going to fire 2 Inceptors at them, and then 1 Inceptor at the Demon Prince. So, at the Demon Prince, he's not a Demon Prince, he's a Bloodthirster, right, 6 shots coming at him, reroll 1s because of the captain. Okay, right, we're leaving 5s to wound him, just any will do. Right, there's 3 wounds he's going to have to save. It's AP -1, so he's on 4s again. 1 goes through, his warlord trait save. Goes through again, right, he's got 5 wounds left. It's going to have to be done in combat, we feel, but then we've got 2 of those guys ready to fire into these blood letters, just thin them out a little bit. Okay, we'll kill 5 with that burst. Thought we might get more, but it's not to be. We had rerolls for the captain and lieutenant combo, but 5 go down. So they've lost 7 this round, so it would normally be a morale check and they'll lose how many they lose on the dice roll, but they are within range of the Bloodthirster, so they're now leadership 10 because of his presence. So we're going to have to take him down once and for all. We're going to charge him, and we're going to charge him with everyone. We're going to charge in with the lieutenant, the captain, and the intercessors. The Inceptors, because they've got the ability to try and do some mortal wounds. He's got 5 wounds left. Can we do it? Okay, so we charged him, we charged the Inceptors first, and then we got lashed by the Lash of Khorne. Lost 1 in the Overwatch, unfortunately. And then we've got the captain and the lieutenant in that combat there, heroically standing on the barrels, ready to shoot them. Right, so the Inceptor special rule, as soon as you finish your charge range on a 6, it's a mortal wound. So I've only got 2, because we lost 1 in the Overwatch. And he's, whoa, 2 6s. A mortal wounds, right, he's going to have to save on his warlord trait. With 6, he's taking 2 wounds just off running into the back of him. Okay, we're giving Captain Acheron the honour of slaying this beast. So he's down to 3 wounds after those Inceptors just jump into the back of him. He's got 5 attacks, he's using his power fist, so needing 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s because of his own ability. Okay, we get 4. Strength 8, needing 3s to wound this beast. And we reroll 1s because of the lieutenant on hand. Alright, we get 3 solid wounds on him there. Right, he's got his 4 plus invulnerable save. Not having this command point in hand here for the demons is could be good for them, but they used them all at the start, right? So off you go then. So 4s to save. All go through. Right, it's D3 damage apiece here. Let's see if we slay this. Right, so there's 3, 2, and 2. So there's 7 wounds you're gonna have to save. There's your dice. And these all need to be saved on his warlord of 6, his warlord trait. So here we go. No, he only gets 1. That's the demon down, and that is warlord kill. So there you go, you can put him with the other one. And the Ultramarines reign supreme in that exchange. Still got a lot of bloodthirsters in blood letters in our deployment zone. Nothing but a bad morale check will worry these. So if you want to do your morale check now, because that's all we've got for this turn. So they've lost 7. They've no longer got the benefit of the warlord, so anything that they roll in the dice here, bar a 1, they're going to lose. So if you want to do that. So we're going to lose just 2. Right, lucky it wasn't a 1. Okay, that was a big turn for the Ultramarines. We've got 1 point for the Intercessor Squad holding objective 6 round the back there. And we've got 1 point for slaying the Warlords. So there's 2 points for the Ultramarines. That was crucial. Pulled ahead by just 1. And we're going to throw away defend objective 2 because that's the one in the corner next to those crates over there. So we're never getting that one. So we're going to throw that one away. Achieved that one. Still hold the line is a problem. If we can get rid of these blood letters, then there's a chance we can get that, but not right now. So another 2 points for the Ultramarines. So Demons turn 4. So as soon as the Ultramarines pull ahead by 1, the Demons immediately score 2 points because they did hold this objective at the end of Ultramarines last turn. So they scored 2 points because they defended objective 2. So they've been able to pull an extra card now. So they've got defend objective 3, which is all the way over there where those intercessors are. They've got blood and guts, so they're going to try and kill a unit in combat, which is possible. And they've still got Kingslayer, so that might happen. But another big event is these move advance 6, and with the bugle or the instrument they go an extra inch, so they've managed to move 13 inches out from these crates. They're on the way to try and get line breaker for themselves. They'll be uncontested because there's no Ultramarines who can reach out and shoot at them from that range, and the 2 Demon engines here are going to try and execute these intercessors. They could do it. If they do it, then it's possibly they're going to stop the Ultramarines from getting line breakers. So okay, the skull cannon has stayed still. It's going to hit on 3s. It's going to try and take out as many of these intercessors as it can. So it's like a battle cannon. So it's D6 shots, only 2 shots, but it's hitting on 3s. Gets 1 hit and then wounds on a 2. It's another 1. It hasn't been doing well, the skull cannon. It's almost the same deal for the soul grinder. It's D6 shots for this. It's getting 3, but he is severely injured because he's on fire, so he's hitting on 5s because he's injured. Gets 1 hit, again it's strength 8, and it's another 1, right, they're just surviving pretty well. And then the harvester cannon gets 2 hits, so these are strength 7, so he's in 3s. Gets them both, and then I will save like that. Okay, so with the intercessors on the other side not going down to any of the firepower, they're just going to try and take the easy points. I did think about charging the big squad here, but there's no guarantee they'll be able to kill them all. It's likely, but there's still a sergeant there. He could join the fight. It's no guarantee, but what is a guarantee, they could just kill this intercessor, this Hellblaster rather. So that's what they're going to go for, the easy points. So he will overwatch this hero, and he's missed, so they're going to charge in. It's impossible not to get there, so he's going to get cut to ribbons. So here he is, the last stand of the Hellblaster. We've already done the rolls, and he is just totally dead. Totally squashed and chopped up, diced, put into Tupperware and saved for later. Okay, so with that, they consolidate on towards this intercessor squad, and that is a victory point for Blood and Guts. So they pulled forward by 1 with securing that objective over there, or defending it. Now they're ahead by 2. And they're on their way to getting a line breaker with this Blood Crusher squad over here, which is not a lot we can do about it. So that's the end of turn 4. We're going to go into turn 5 and see what comes the Ultramarines' way. Okay, the Ultramarines trying desperately to stay in the fight here. So when we pulled our objectives, we were sad. When we pulled Witch Hunter, of course we're against Khorne, that just does not apply. And then we got happy because we pulled Supremacy, need 3 objectives, we need to hold them, and then it's D3 victory points. So we've been able to do that, and we've still got Hold the Line, so we need to take out all of these blood letters, and then we can get some points. So we're holding this objective, the jump forward. Intercessor squad's going to try and take them on as well. We've got the characters, they're ready to contribute. This unit should go down now. The flyer flies this way. He's going to try and shoot the soul grinder up and possibly the skull cannon. The intercessors over there make their way into the deployment zone, and the scouts, they advance. We'll go around and look at that. Scouts advance just far enough to claim this objective. So we've got 3. We've got this one, the one with the lieutenant just there, and then the Inceptors are taking that one there. So we've got 3. We've got our criteria. It's now just a matter of stain removal. Remove these blood letters, that's what needs to happen. Okay, we'll start firing with the Incessors first, or Inceptors first. Unbelievable amount of firepower that these crank out. They've done 10 wounds on these blood letters that they're going to have to save. Rerolls for 1s with the captain and lieutenant gets us 10 wounds, so we have to save on 5s. You got the die? Yep, so here we go. 5s, 3 saves, so 7 blood letters go down just off that volley. These have been stars, these guys. Right, 3 more wounds from the intercessors here. Oh, 2 save, 1 goes down. 1 from the lieutenant over here. He's got 1 shot through. And there's another blood letter down to the last guy. It's definitely going to be the banner who's going to be holding on. Okay, I'll tell you what, and because he's such a hero, Captain Acheron, he's going to finish him off with his Boldstone Gauntlet. Probably. All hit. 3's to wound. Get 2 wounds, you'd have to save on 5s. No, that is the final blood letter gone. That's going to clear us up for Hold the Line. And yeah. It's going to stop them getting line break, at least for now, until this Blood Crusher squad comes down the line. Right, with the Bloodletter squad dead, it frees up the flyer to shoot the soul grinder, shoot everything at it, and it finally goes down on the last shot from the Laz Talon. Finally kills those last 2 wounds off them. So the Demons have only got the skull cannon and the cavalry left, but they're still looking good on victory points at the moment. We have to see what the Ultramarines got. Right, so for the Ultramarines that turn, they did get Hold the Line after clearing that unit out. And there's 3 units in the deployment zone. We've got the Inceptors, this unit, and that lieutenant there. So that's 1 point. Supremacy, so here's where it's important. D3 objective, victory points should we say. 2 victory points, that's good, we'll like that. So 3 points so far, and then we're throwing away Witch Hunter, because of course that is impossible when you're going against Khorne. So there we go, we're looking good now as the Ultramarines. To see what the Demons have in their turn, unless it's something spectacular. We just might edge it here. Okay, the Daemons have pulled their card. They've still got Kingslayer in the hand and defend objective 3. It wasn't to be over there after those blood letters went down, but they did pull Area Denial, which is you can't have enemy units within the centre of the table. So put a dice out to show you where the centre of the table is, and if you're within 6, if there's an enemy within 6, if there's not an enemy within 6, you score a point. But the flyer is within 6, so it just says enemy model, so it is there. I'm not sure if boots on the ground cancels that out, but it just says, I know flyers can't take objectives, but it just says enemy units there. And not unit, just says model. So for model was in 6, so I think we're doing that right. So it's going to cancel out that victory point unless the skull cannon can blow it out the sky. It's possible, but it's going to be hard. Let's see how many shots it's going to crank out. 5, that's not a bad start. Alright, he stood still, so I believe skull cannon's a ballistic skill 3. We'll just check. Yes, the ballistic skill 3. So it's a -1 to hit the supersonic flyer. There's 3 hits, strength 8, so needing 3s to wound because it's toughness 7. All wound, right, it's AP -2, so I have a 3+ save, and this flyer can reroll any failed rolls of 1. So 5s to save. Real 1s. No, we don't get any. Right, so it's D3 apiece. Even if you scored 9, 3 each, it would still survive. So the first one, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 damage to it. It's got 10 wounds, this flyer. So it's got 4 left. It's still in the sky. It's still blocking that victory point, we think. But surely a victory point for Khorne will be the Blood Crushers. They made their way into the corner of the board. They're going to seize a line breaker for themselves should the game end. So the game could end on a 1 or a 2. So 3 plus it continues. It ends. Whoa. Right, so I think the Ultramarines might have it. We're going to tally up the points here. Okay, so we've tallied up the score and it's 10-9 to the Ultramarines. Both sides get line breaker in the corner here. It looks like the Warlord kill might have been the difference there with the captain on the Bloodthirster. But also, it's either a victory to the Ultramarines or it's a draw if that flyer doesn't count. I'm not sure which, but there you go. 2 outcomes. Choose which one you think's more fitting.